Sunlight doesn't always mean safety. Some things, some presences, don't care what time of day it is. This story is about a man who saw something he wasn't supposed to see, and once he saw it, it followed. Leo wasn't the type to believe in the supernatural. He was 32, a software engineer, grounded, rational. He loved long hikes, not for the thrill, but for the solitude. That particular Saturday, he parked at the trailhead of a popular but quiet river path, one that snaked along the water, crossed through forest groves, and passed under an old stone bridge built in the 1800s. It was a perfect day. Clear skies, mid-70s, no one else on the trail, and Leo had the world to himself. Around noon, Leo stopped under the old bridge for lunch. Its arch cast a wide patch of cool shadow over a grassy clearing. The river glided softly beside him. He sat beneath the bridge's curve, unwrapped a sandwich, and pulled out a small thermos. That's when he noticed something strange. A shadow, long, stretched, shaped like a person, slowly moved across the grass. It extended toward him from the far side of the bridge. At first, he thought it was his, but the angle was all wrong. The sun was nearly overhead. His own shadow was small, compressed behind him. This one was walking toward him. Leo looked up, expecting to see someone on the bridge above. No one. There was no figure, no footsteps, just a human-shaped shadow stretching toward him from nowhere. He stood, sandwich forgotten. The shadow was at least 10 feet long now, clear, unmistakable. Arms, head, legs, perfectly human. But it wasn't mimicking any movement. It wasn't tied to anything. Leo backed up. The shadow stopped. He turned in a slow circle. Nothing behind him, nothing on the bridge. The forest was open, sun-drenched. Birds chirped. Everything seemed normal. He forced a laugh, shook it off, sat down again. But when he glanced back just 2 minutes later, the shadow had grown. It was closer now. Maybe 3 feet away. Still motionless. Still not his. Leo stood again. This time he stepped to the side, watching the ground. His own shadow moved with him. The other didn't. It stayed perfectly still. It had shoulders, fingers, hair. It was too detailed. Too defined. He called out, "Hello?" His voice echoed under the bridge. No answer. The air around him had gone oddly quiet. No wind, no birds, just the river, bubbling past. Leo slowly walked forward, so did the shadow. It didn't move across the ground. It reached closer, then stopped. He spun around, still alone. If the sun's up and there's a shadow, there should be a person, but there wasn't. And Leo knew this thing was watching him. He packed up fast, slamming the thermos into his backpack, not even zipping it fully. He didn't run, but he walked quickly, heart thudding. As he reached the edge of the bridge's shade, he looked back one last time. The shadow was now standing directly behind where he had been sitting, as if it had taken his place. That's when he noticed it wasn't retreating. All shadows should shift with the sun. This one? It stayed exactly where it wanted to be. Leo turned and walked faster, then broke into a full jog. Once back on the open trail, sunlight all around him, Leo slowed. It was ridiculous, he thought. Maybe a trick of light, a visual illusion. Maybe he was just tired, overthinking. He stopped at a bend near the river, open air, flat ground, no bridge, no trees overhead. He took out his phone to check the time. That's when he saw it. A second shadow standing next to him in the dirt. Clear, detailed, too tall to be his, too still. Leo spun around, nothing there. The sunlight was hitting from one direction, but the shadow came from another. Whatever had been under that bridge had followed him. Leo walked for another hour, never looking back. But every so often he'd see it. A second shadow moving where no one walked, sometimes just out of view, sometimes across the river. Once it stood in the middle of the trail up ahead, waiting. And when he reached the spot, it was gone. He made it to his car by mid-afternoon. The parking lot was empty, the sun still high. He slammed the door, heart racing, sweat pouring down his back. He turned the ignition. The dashboard flickered, the screen glitched. For a split second, just a flicker, he saw the shadow, sitting in the back seat. He turned around, nothing. But the passenger seatbelt light came on. The sun couldn't save him, because some shadows don't come from people, they come for them. That night, Leo couldn't sleep. Every light in his apartment was on. He sat on the couch, wrapped in a blanket, refreshing the trail's website, looking for any mention of strange events. There were none. He uploaded a photo he took during lunch. At first glance, it looked normal, but zooming in, beneath the bridge, he saw it. A faint figure. Not standing. Hanging. The shadow hadn't formed from sunlight. It had formed from memory. From pain. From something left behind under that bridge, and still searching for company. As Leo closed his laptop, the power flickered, the lamp dimmed, and on the far wall opposite him, he saw it. The shadow, human-shaped, still, arms at its side. The overhead light was directly above him. No angle, no reason for a shadow there, and yet it was standing, watching, growing, slowly. As the lamp buzzed and the TV flickered, Leo whispered, "Please stop." The shadow didn't. It was waiting. Shadows don't always come from the light. Sometimes they come from what we leave behind. And some places remember. If this story made your skin crawl, don't forget to like and share with someone who hikes alone. Got your own creepy daytime experience? Drop it in the comments. Subscribe for more believable horror stories, where even sunlight won't save you.